company, if a entire amount is deposited,
Yes.
we are functioning. The research. So the case in brief is that the allegation against the petitioner is that when they came to check the electricity supply, they found that it was the instrument which was in question is what is called a PT fuse box. PT fuse box. And the case is that if there is any tampering with the PT fuse box, then it stops supply of electricity to the meter and it stops recording the electricity supply. This, in short, is the allegation. However, as it happens in any meter or any electrical installation, what happens is that it is fastened with a number of seals. In this case, that is what happens, for example, even in the meter, which we find at our places. It is like a box. So it's not, doesn't open as a shutter. It's a box. The ekni andar upar biju fixed hai. Then there are number of seals, which are called the plastic seals. And there is a wire which run through all those meters. And on one of the seals is what's called a paper seal. Paper, kagaj, paper seal. So in order to open it, it would mean that first the paper seal will have to be torn. Then the wire from all the seals, breaking it at one stage also will not make a difference because all the bolts will have to be removed. Only then that whole box, just like a peti, can be opened. It goes on like this. It's not a shutter so that one or two and you can open it. The whole thing will have to be opened. And this had a number of seals. They have found one sealing wire to be broken and the paper seal to be torn. And the case is that every night, there is an MRI data which is downloaded, which is also produced here. So the case is that every night, on some days, during night hours, there was no recording of electricity consumption. So if I take the case against me at its face value, in order to see that, order to establish that there was any pilferage, the case of the electricity company would be that I opened the box on all those nights where there is no consumption, opened it, removed the recording of, stopped the recording of electricity supply, put it back, because then it runs. Usually, whenever there is a case of tempering or so, it is done in an irreversible manner. There is something is cut, something is tempered, something is inserted. And then it reduces recording of electricity for all time to come. Here, the case is that
only in the night hours.
Night after. That's what they are saying. Few nights. They are not saying that you did it for all this. All those data are there. I will also take the Honorable Court to the dates on which during night hours there is no recording of electricity. But our case is that this was during night hours. We worked on DG sets. DG sets were already there. I will take the Honorable Court through various checking reports which records the DG set. And we had.
So what is the purpose of running night in the night DG set?
We had applied to get the permission, which permission was not coming. And the whole thing is that would reduce the total cost. Because when there is diesel was available, it was an alternative, cheaper source of energy.
So you intentionally for reduction of cost?
No, I'm not saying, sir. I'll take the Honorable Court to all that, saying that this is not a case of tempering with the meter so as to be saddled with this bill, the electricity bill which was raised. So this inspection happened in September 2001. And the bill which was raised is of 74,61,000 at that time.
September inspection.
September 2001 is the inspection. And my case is that there is no tempering. Their entire case against
2005.
2001.
2001.
Yes, it's 25 years. So we challenged it in appeal.
So when the bill was issued?
The bill was issued on 21st of September 2001. Of 74.
Under section? 135.
No, this would be the
Old.
old, not under one.
So which section?
Wait. Under the older one, it would be just one. I think it was 35. I will just check. It's been 24.
Section?
Section 26. 34, not 24, 34. Yes, 34. It would be under that. There were these general conditions. Each, if your lordship remembers, there were those booklets which came. And in this case, this was Surat Electricity Company. So their bills, their entire regulations are produced by you. Your lordship will have those in.
So at that time, that regulations were in force?
Page 291, annexure R1.
So
Conditions and for miscellaneous charges, it would be under this. Because for the for GEB, it was section 34. So this is under rule 24, 307. Theft of energy.
yes.
Please, Your Lordship, may I first see the inspection, which is at page 36. 32. This is a typed copy.
Yes, please.
The original, which is the handwritten, also I will just share. There are 1 or 2 words might be missing for that. I may read this, and with that, I have prepared the various seals which are mentioned. There are about 13 seals which find a reference. That list is here for sure to see that all.
So in that PT box, there are 13 seals. In that box.
On that box. Now I will read this. Page 32.
Yes.
સૌપ્રથમ ગ્રાહક શ્રીના પ્રતિનિધિ શ્રી સ્નેહા દેસાઈને જાણ કરતો પત્ર આપતા તેમણે તે જાણ કરતા પત્ર પર સહી કરી અને મિલના કમ્પાઉન્ડમાં દાખલ થતા ડાબા તરફ આવે HT સર્વિસ નંબર 16 વિદ્યુત શક્તિની નોંધણી માટે મૂકેલ મીટર તથા તેને લગતા બીજા સાધનો સુધી હાજર થયા ત્યારબાદ તેમની હાજરીમાં તપાસ શરૂ કરી. સૌપ્રથમ HT સર્વિસ નંબર 58444 ના રૂમ દાખલ થવાની દિવાલ તૂટેલી માલુમ પડે. અંદર દાખલ થતા સામે HT પેનલ આવેલ છે અને ડાબા હાથ પર ટ્રાન્સફોર્મર આવેલ માલુમ પડે. ત્યારબાદ મીટર બોક્સના GI કવર ઉપર 2 પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડે જેનો નંબર 0003520 0003521. Your Lordship may see now in my note those 2 seals are mentioned. Typed note. જે ચકાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડે. જે I was reading on page 32.
Yes.
Last 2 lines.
Yes.
ત્યારબાદ મીટર બોક્સના GI કવર ઉપર 2 પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડે જેનો નંબર 1 0003520 તથા 0003521 છે જે ચકાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડે. Now your Lordship will see this on meter box. Okay, that's what I have said. ત્યારબાદ પેનલ ડોર ઉપર 2 પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડે જેનો નંબર 0025939 25986 છે જે ચકાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડે. which I mentioned on panel 2. ત્યારબાદ TVM બેક પ્લેટ ઉપર એક પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ નંબર 37926 છે જે તપાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડે, which I have mentioned serial number 5 on that note. ત્યારબાદ સિટી ચેમ્બર બેક પ્લેટ ઉપર 4 પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડેલ જેના નંબર 25936 25984 25985 છે જે ચકાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડે. ત્યારબાદ પીટી ચેમ્બર બેક પ્લેટ તથા ટીપી ટોપ પ્લેટ ઉપર અનુક્રમે એક પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડે જેના નંબર અનુક્રમે 0037937 36247 છે જે ચકાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડે. ત્યારબાદ પીટી ફ્યુઝ બોક્સ કવર ઉપર એક પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલનો સીલિંગ વાયર કાપેલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડે તેમજ પીટી ફ્યુઝ કવર ઉપરનું પેપર સીલ પણ ફાડી નાખેલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડે જે ગ્રાહકશ્રીના પ્રતિનિધિ શ્રી સ્નેહલ દેસાઈને બતાવવામાં તેમજ સમજાવવામાં આવે. ત્યારબાદ ગ્રાહકશ્રીના પ્રતિનિધિ શ્રી સ્નેહલ દેસાઈએ શ્રી બિપિનભાઈ અગ્રવાલ સત્યનારાયણજી તથા JB પરમાર ને બોલાવેલ. ત્યારબાદ આગળ જણાવેલ પીટી ફ્યુઝ કવર ઉપર એક પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલનો સીલિંગ વાયર કાપેલ હોવાનું તેમજ પીટી ફ્યુઝ કવર ઉપરનું પેપર સીલ ફાડી નાખેલ હોવાનું શ્રી બિપિનભાઈ અગ્રવાલ શ્રી સત્યનારાયણજી JB પરમારને બતાવવામાં સમજાવવામાં આવે. ત્યારબાદ કંપનીના ઓથોરાઇઝ ફોટોગ્રાફર શ્રી દીપેનભાઈ પાસે ઉપરોક્ત જણાવેલ વિગતના ફોટોગ્રાફ્સ લેવડાવવામાં આવેલ. ત્યારબાદ મીટર બોક્સના GY કવર પરના 2 પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ નંબર 3520 3521 ખોલેલ અને ત્યારબાદ ટેક્સ ટર્મિનલ બ્લોક ઉપર 2 પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ નંબર 40112 છે જે ચકાસતા બરાબર હોવાનું માલુમ પડે. ત્યારબાદ TVM કવર ઉપર એક પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ નંબર 45096 છે જે ચકાસતા બરાબર માલુમ પડેલ તે ખોલીને ક્લિપ ઓન મીટરની વડે મદદ વડે ચેક કરતા there is some line which is missing there. I will just read it from this it's here. If your lordship sees on there is one sentence which is missing, that's why I have brought this, but what it has is this diagram, page 37. There is something which is marked on top, page 37. Clip on meter ni vade meter check karta. And now kindly see on the next page is that this kind of is there. The value of the current is mentioned, which is not typed on page 34. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
હોવાનું માલુમ પડેલ જે ઉપરોક્ત આગળ જણાવેલ ગ્રાહકશ્રી તેમજ ગ્રાહકશ્રીના બધા પ્રતિનિધિઓને ઉપર જણાવેલ ક્લિપ ઓન મીટરની મદદ વડે લીધેલા રીડિંગ વોલ્ટેજ અને એમ્પિયર બતાવવામાં આવેલ તેમજ સમજાવવામાં આવે. ત્યારબાદ મીટર રીડિંગ ઇન્સ્ટ્રુમેન્ટની મદદ વડે મીટરનું લોડ સર્વે રીડિંગ લેવામાં આવેલ જે 90 લોડ સર્વે રીડિંગ લેવામાં આવેલ જે 90 લોડ સર્વે રીડિંગનું ડાઉનલોડિંગ બી સ્ટેશન વસ્તા દેવડી રોડ પર આવેલ HVC ડિપાર્ટમેન્ટમાં આવેલ કમ્પ્યુટર પર કરી તેનું પ્રિન્ટઆઉટ લેવામાં આવેલ તે ગ્રાહકશ્રી તેમજ ગ્રાહકશ્રીના પ્રતિનિધિઓને બતાવવામાં આવેલ સમજાવવામાં આવેલ. ત્યારબાદ પીટી ફ્યુઝ કવરના સીલનો સીલિંગ વાયર કાપેલ તથા તેની ઉપર આવેલ પેપર સીલ પાડેલ હોવાનું તેમજ લોડ સર્વેમાં આવેલ વિગત ઉપરથી ગ્રાહકશ્રીને HT સર્વિસ નંબર સો એન્ડ સો લોડ નંબર HT2 ના વિદ્યુત શક્તિની નોંધણી માટે મુકેલ મીટર તેને લગતા બીજા સાધનોની સાથે ચેડાક કરેલ હોવાનું માલુમ પડેલ. આ રીતે ગ્રાહકશ્રીએ મીટરમાં ખરા વીજ વપરાશની નોંધ થવા દીધેલ નથી તેવું માલુમ પડેલ છે જેનો આધાર પર આજ રોજ સર્વિસ નંબર 5844H3 નો પાવર સપ્લાય બંધ કરેલ છે. સર્કિટ બ્રેકર ઓફ કરીને તેના કવર ઉપર બંધ હાલતમાં સીલ નંબર 3593 તેમજ પેપર સીલ મારવામાં આવેલ છે. ઉપરોક્ત સપ્લાય બંધ કરેલ અને તેના પર લગાડેલ સીલોના ફોટોગ્રાફ શ્રી દીપેનભાઈ પાસે લેવડાવવામાં આવેલ છે તે રીતેનું રોજનામું પૂરું કરેલ છે. Now kindly see the photographs which they have taken. Page 39 annexure E.
Page
39 annexure E. So these are the photographs because there are at 2 places they mention photographs during this Panchanama. If your lordship sees, this is the PT fuse box and it was kept in a room which had pigeons and there's lot of bird droppings.
So
this is the PT fuse box which they said we opened every day and put it back. Now your lordship may see if your lordship has page
Yes.
Your Lordship, these are the photographs which are there. Now there are these new stickers which also has the date of 5901. On two, Your Lordship will be able to see those 4 photographs on one page only, page 39. The photograph on top left, it has the date of 5901, which is when they sealed it again. But this is the meter, the PT fuse box. And Your Lordship will also see at annexure E, page 39, Your Lordship will see the wire also going through. If Your Lordship, if I can just try to show it from this, there is a wire which goes like this. Lordship can see this. This is the wire. Yeah. Seal mathi andar. That looks like a wire. This here. This and this. 39, Your Lordship.
I'm on 39.
Or here also, if Your Lordship sees the wire which
Sequence
passes.
alak.
Sequence alert. So the one which has the new new stickers, 59/2001 wala sticker.
Both have the two sticker.
Both there are 2 photographs with new stickers. There Your Lordship will find the wire going through here like this. Anya. Sticker. Lordship can see. Here. Not actually this.
અમારા બેના ફોટા જુદા લાગે છે આપણા. તમારામાં વાયરનું એંગલ છે, મારામાં નથી દેખાતું, ખબર નહીં કેમ.
So I will, if Your Lordship can see this on this, I have circled. Then it will be.
આ શું વાયર?
એવું લાગે છે, wire લાગે છે. Because what has happened, what I'm trying to show from this is the condition of the PT fuse box. Our case is that it is something which we have not touched, which we have not opened, and there are number of seals. All seals are intact.
So this wire is in form of seal? This is
As
sealed by this wire?
I understand what would happen is that if, for example, there is a box, એકની ઉપર બીજું બોક્સ જાય તો એના ઉપર નંબર ઓફ બોલ્ટ્સ વુડ બી there. એ બોલ્ટ્સ માથી વાયર પસાર થાય અને ત્યાં અલગ અલગ પ્લાસ્ટિક સીલ મૂક્યા હોય અને એકની ઉપર પેપર સીલ. Paper seal is just putting us, sticking a paper, which would be a paper seal, as I understand. So what I am trying to contend is that if one wants to open this box, one is required to cut wire at more than one places. A wire which runs through number of seals. It would be one wire which would run through number of seals. So it is not possible to open it unless all the seals are open, all the wire is cut and the entire box is open. So if a seal, a wire is found cut between 2 seals, and if a paper seal is found torn, which is in this condition, with bird droppings in a room where there were large number of pigeons were there, is it the bird droppings? This is something which is not cutting of that one wire, is not something which can lead to a conclusion that there was tempering of meter. This is what tempering of PT fuse box is, what I am trying to arrive at. That this is something which would require opening of it completely. And the Panchanama records, each seal, each plastic seal, whatever is the seal, each seal is intact. Not one seal is found to have been tampered with.
So all the seals were okay.
All the seals, that's what I read. All seals are okay. What they are saying is wire કાપેલો છે એક જગ્યાએ અને પેપર સીલ ફાડેલું છે. Now, we also got a survey done of this condition of this PT fuse box, which is at page 40. It explains in detail, which was also played.
Survey you have got done by whom?
It's a scientific report of the immediately it was done in the month of September itself. If I can take it,
Of a PT box, PT fuse box.
it was already the PT fuse box of the surroundings.
So you scientific survey carried out by you?
By me, by a private
By who?
person, by a private forensic consultant. Because
So,
before the if you
what provisions it is?
because I also went in appeal. So before appeal, I have to in order to substantiate what I'm
That
saying.
forensic survey
Yes,
report says about what?
It says that it is not possible to temper it. My request is, if your lordship reads this with me, it is on 2
What?
pages.
Scientific.
Scientific. This
Page-
is scientific report, page 40, annexure F. It will help me explain what I'm trying to say in a better way, because it comes from an expert in an expert's language. Annexure F, page 40. A thorough investigation. May I read, your lordship? A thorough investigation was carried out, during which the factory of Agarwal Textile Mill Surat was visited and the partner so-and-so and consultant engineer were interrogated. A scientific inspection of the site of PT fuse box and the broken paper seal wire revealed the following facts. Preliminary examination, position of PT fuse box. It is located in a room of 12 feet by 15 feet and the room is not locked. Generally, as per norms of the electricity board, the room which is housing an 11 kV HT equipment should always be locked so as to avoid accidents and tampering with the electrical wire meters and wires. The ventilation in the room provides an easy passage for the pigeons to enter inside and exit whenever they like. Physical appearance of PT fuse box. The PT fuse box is tightened by 4 bolts. 2 bolts are located on the upper flap of the box, and the 2 bolts are fitted on the lower side of the box. One on the left and the other on the right side. As seen in figure 1, a wire coming from the back of the box, which is rusted, joins to the bolt at the right side of the lower side of the box. The same wire then continues to join a bolt on the upper right side and then comes to the left upper side only to join the lower left side bolt. Thus, as seen in figure 1, the wire is broken. The whole PT fuse box is covered by pigeon droppings. The remnants of paper seal can be seen on the upper right side on the bolt, which is decayed but not manually torn. Figure 1. Now, this figure 1 is on page 43. Here, the wire is perhaps better seen. Page 43. It mentions at figure 1, annexure photographs of the PT fuse box. The arrow marks on the upper side indicate droppings of pigeons and the arrow marks on the lower side show 4 bolts. These bolts are used for tightening the lid of the PT fuse box.
Where is the arrow mark?
So the arrow mark is not seen here. It's in this photographs which I which is produced. Arrow mark is not seen. However, maybe it's in the photocopy. It is not come up. However, your lordship will see the broken wire at the lower side. There are bolts. And the paper seal. There is a better copy of paper seal also. But if your lordship sees, the paper seal would be there.
It's page 44. What is page
44 is also
it's a bolt.
Is a bolt. This is a zoomed in image of the bolt. However, for the on figure 1 also, your lordship will find it here. This please. This is the paper seal. This your lordship will find. Found that?
Page 43.
Page 43 पर बताओ અને એજ પછી એનું zoom in. So this is it is here.
That wire.
Wire and paper seal. If your lordship sees,
I can see the wire at least.
Wire also that's what we are saying, that it is decayed, and this zoomed in image is on page 46. When your lordship sees 43 and 46, it will make perfect sense.
So that wire is passing through that bolt.
Wire is passing through this. So the allegation against me is that the wire is broken and paper seal is torn. So this is the paper seal. So that is why on page 40, the
Paper
report
seal,
says-
the paper seal is not seen.
paper seal is it's a illogical seal. Page 46, illogical seal.
I'm on 46.
Whatever is there, that is the paper seal. This thing. So this is the paper seal.
So that
This whatever is that smudged white thing, this is the paper seal.
all right.
So what we are saying is that, and this is what the report says, that this is kindly now see, see page 40, para 2, small e.
40.
40. Para 2, small e.
So
The-
this
and
this
it's on the
PT
paper
PT fuse box, once it is installed,
Yes.
it seems that it is in a decay condition.
It
So is it not the duty of the company or you to have it maintained properly?
so it should have been. We are talking about a situation before 25 years.
Maybe,
But
but
clearly, and there are reports. They came checking every 3 months also. They have come and checked. There are series of reports which I have produced where they have come and checked the seals. So my contention, this paper seal, the allegation is a wire is broken and paper seal is torn. So that is why on 2E, there's a remnants of paper seal can be seen on the upper right side of the bolt, which is decayed, but not manually torn. So this is what I'm saying, that it's not something that it is torn or the wire is cut. Now I'll continue to read this. Now scientific examination, left side lower bolt of PT fuse box. The external appearance, the left side lower bolt of PT fuse box appears rusted. Lot of dust particles are accumulated around it. No scratch marks.
these are all things you must have produced before the authority.
I have
This
produced.
is now under Article 226.
Yes.
I am reappreciating.
I'm simply saying, sir, that this is a question of, this is basic. That's why if I can say this, I'm not requesting your lordship to reappreciate. I'm saying that this will
It
give
amounts
me-
to it amounts to that.
this will give me some context to take, because this is technical. So unless I show to the honorable court that this is the condition, and they have not said, and kindly see also, if I may just finish reading these 2 pages. Lower bolt side of PT fuse box appears rusted, lot of dust particles accumulated around, no scratch marks and seen. The bolt appears perfect in position as seen in figure 2. The bolt has not been touched for a long time because there are no signs of opening the bolt and fitting it again. Now that is figure 2 is on page 44. So this is the condition of the bolt. So that's why I'm saying that unless all bolts are opened, unless all seals are broken, and the paper seal, first the paper seal will have to be torn, all wires and the wire.
So how did the
yes,
appellate authority appreciate
this
this?
authority, yes, I will take the honorable court to that.
Let us read the order.
Just before that, sir, the kindly see page 37, the letter under which they have issued this bill, because that was the Pancharochka. The assessment comes on page 37, annexure D.
Page 37. What is this?
So this is the letter. This is sort of a decision where they say that there was theft of electricity and a power theft bill is raised. Now kindly see, our vigilance team, may I read your question? Our vigilance team had inspected your HT installation on 5/9/2001. During inspection, seal of PT fuse box cover was found broken. Now there is no, and also paper seal were found torn, and you were found committing theft of energy. This fact was brought to your notice immediately. This led us to take load survey for further investigation. As per data available in load survey during night hours, the energy meter has not recorded the consumption of electricity. This load survey data implies that you have pilfered energy during night hours. In addition, on inquiry, it was confirmed by you regarding continuous running of mill. The load survey detail was shown and explained to you in your technical representative. This is what it says. So the allegation is that the seal of PT fuse box cover was found broken. In the Panchnama, they are referring to a wire and paper seal. So my contention here is that merely saying that paper seal was torn or wire at one stage was cut, without saying that any seal was broken, There cannot be an automatic conclusion that merely because paper seal was torn or the wire was cut, there was theft of
So
energy.
the datas were
And here-
shared with
Data
you.
is here. Kindly see
With
the data.
statistics, they have
Yes,
said that
yes.
in the night hours your reading is
Yeah. That-
low.
That data.
So on a particular day, say for example, for last 30 days, they must have they must have shared a
Yes.
data with you.
Yes.
Show so
I'll
for
take the-
that you must have
I'll take the.
show them that this is on this day, this is down because we have used
That's
DigiSet.
That's exactly what my case is. So kindly see, I will take page 85 onwards, the data starts.
First page 37 may be read in full.
All right,
I'll read it.
read it.
Thirty-seven. Okay. Further, undertaking was also given by you agreeing to pay the supplementary bill undisputedly on account of loss of energy. We hereby enclose supplementary bill of so and so for power theft and inform you to make the payment. Otherwise, company will be constrained to take legal action against you.
Well, also para before that.
I'll read that.
Divorcenama was accepted unconditionally and signed by them.
So that is. So the persons who were there, their signing does not mean on that day they did not even raise. They said that this is what we have done. When the officers are there, signing of Rochka does not mean that all my legal remedies are closed.
No, that's
It can be
okay.
special.
Like legal remedies
Please,
are never closed like that.
Please, Your Lordship. And so that's page 85 onwards, please.
What is page
Page
85?
85 onwards is that that data on the basis of which the allegation is that there was pilferage of energy during night hours. Now kindly see first.
So
is
this
page
bill
87.
is for how much period?
It would be for 6 months.
Well, 1st April to
I would say. The bill itself is on page number. It would be immediately after that. Page 38 should be the bill. Yes, page 38. So it is as per the calculation which they have done. Units, the price per units, fuel adjustment, and then that is how they have calculated. Total amount is 7 lakh.
No, what is a bill period?
The bill period, they have page, again, I will have to go back to the.
Must be monthly.
Bill, the billing cycle. Yeah, it should be monthly. This is covered.
But this is for how much period? But for a
Yeah,
past
page-
month or past 2-3
It would
months?
be-
So 1st
Page-
April 2001 through 4th September.
Where have you found it?
Balance. Balance have page 85.
In the bill, there is no.
No, I'm showing the period.
No, but on the bill, that period is not shown.
On the bill, the period. It is for theft. So when is the period of theft that is available from the data? So my lords, page 85, the right hand side bottom corner, my lords will find 01/04/01. The date.
The
My lords, left hand side bottom.
Left
It's
side.
held horizontally, then left hand side bottom.
149
201. First April 01.
1401.
Lordships.
Hmm.
And the last page of the data is my lords at page 241. 4901.
So almost for 5 months.
Lordship.
and as per their regulations also, it would be the assessment period is mentioned on page 311, where they say that for services which are found connected but not connected as per records, at the time of connection, the assessment period should be the period commencing with the date on which service was laid but not connected, or else 6 months. So I guess it would be 6 months. That's what I think. Please, Your Lordship. Now I was on page 85. This is the data. Now kindly see page number 87. So this record, this is a 24-hour data. The consumption of electricity. For example, kindly see page 87, which means at 0 hours. It shows the graph, consumption of electricity. Now, for example, at hours 10 and 11, this would be morning hours. There is no supply of, there is nil. So which means that there could be power outage, whatever, but there was no consumption on 10 and 11 at hours 10 and 11. Now kindly see page number. This is just to show. Kindly see page number 126. And if your lordship can just flip through this 87. Now kindly see 88 recorded all throughout. 89 all throughout. 90 continuous. 91 continuous. 92. 93. 94. 95. 96. 97 is even as per their data. It was used continuously. 98, 99, 100. There is it at midnight at 13 and 14 hours. There could also be, this would be incidents of power outage or whatever. 102, 103, 104. So I will take the Honorable Court only to those pages where there is no recording. Till all this period, your lordship will see 100, and if your lordship.
But if you see there is one irregular pattern. If you see
that is not the case. The irregular pattern would be that there would more machines might be working. It is not their case. It's not their case at all. Their case is this is something.
only in the office hours, like for 9 to for 7 or 6.
Sir, it could also.
It goes to the optimum.
Sir, that is not their case. It could be.
It is a 24-hour running.
But it could be that at some stage the production would be at peak. At some stage some other activity would be going on. There would be more people on machines. So that this is not even their allegation. But their allegation, if I make page number 126 we see. 126. Till that time, it continues all throughout. Page 126. It's not a very good copy, but there are some blanks. Now kindly see 127 is full. 128, 129, all this continues to be perfectly. Then your lordship can straightway go to page 161. Till that time, everything it's recorded at every hour. 163, 161. Lordship at 14 and 15 hours, there is a blank. Then your lordship may straightway go to 168. Lordship at 12, 13 and 14 hours. Then your lordship may see page 176.
It is like these are all the day hours.
These are all the. I'm also getting.
What about
yes, I will just
night hours?
Page 214. It starts from page 214 then. 0 to 11. Those all were day hours. As your lordship rightly said. 0 to 11.
214?
214. 0 to 11 hours.
Yes.
There is nil. Then your lordship.
Yes, sir, there is no nil. Something is there.
Something little is there. Some little is there. Some little is still there. Page number 218 BC. Then
218.
218.
This is nil.
This is nil. Then your lordship may see after that and it 219, 220, 221.
So it shows all the night hours.
Correct.
From 218.
Yes.
So 218 is the date, if we may see. The date is of 13th of August 2001, which is about 20 days before inspection. They came on 5/9.
So that is now that blank hours are consistent.
That is consistent. On 218 is consistent. If your lordship may see 219, 21, all of them, 223 also. Then your lordship 224, there is some consumption. 2 to 5, it comes sporadically. 2 to 6, 2 to 7, 2 to 8, 9. So about 15 days. And also kindly see page number 232,
231.
232, 27th of August, there is full consumption. 233, complete consumption. 234 is there. 235 again is not there. 236 for some hours it is not there, but it comes at
Now show
5.
me that on
So now
these days you use DigiSet.
So what I have to show is this is what I have to show.
DigiSet.
DG6. So what I'm saying is that now kindly see that I had the DG sets on that. Kindly see page
Have you
number.
produced any diesel bill usage of DigiSet on those days?
If I may
So
say that,
DigiSet runs by diesel.
if I may say that, the only thing that I may say, the electricity company itself filed a suit against me, saying that I should be prevented from running DG sets.
But that's a different thing. When that suit was filed,
That suit was filed.
must be after this raid.
It was filed.
Of course, it
filed-
must be after the raid.
Of course, it is after that. The suit is filed on 8th of October 2001.
After that.
I filed a suit before that on 20th of September 2001.
What is
The
that
bill
suit for?
says- That bill, that was that they should not disconnect the electricity supply, my consumption of electricity.
What happened to that suit?
That suit, the suit might be pending, but both were interim application.
Suit was withdrawn. They paid the amount.
Yes, we withdrew the suit. However, the application for injunction of both the suits were heard together. Mine was rejected, there was allowed. So
What
that
happened to
not-
their suit then?
Their suit, my learner.
Thereafter, they paid the entire amount and then.
But no, your concern was that they should not use DigiSet.
No, so they did not use the DG sets. They started using
Because-
my connection.
No, because what happened was
So
that
why are
there was an
you
injunction.
saying that they should not use DigiSet? It is a rule.
Manoj, it is illegal. Without
DigiSet.
taking permission, they cannot use DG.
Whose permission?
Manoj's permission of the authority as well as the licensee.
Why should they take the permission of yours? It can be from some authority, but why should somebody come to you?
Manoj both. Because Manoj, if any external captive consumption device is used,
So because they have their own connection, therefore.
and secondly, that can affect my entire grid. The regulations provide. It's not my say. The regulations.
That is only because that they already have the connection. Probably they, if they don't have any connection,
No,
they
they
no
have
need to
it.
take.
No, they
No,
have
but
it.
there will be DG sets even otherwise. For example, we have inverters at home.
But
So
what
in
have you
case of
what
a-
have you produced on record to show?
Page 323.
Three.
Kindly say 323.
What is this about?
This is my application for consent to install DG set, filed way back on 21st of July
is-
2000.
Madam, it
2000.
is
So
not
my-
in dispute that you don't have the DigiSet.
My
Now show me some consumption.
So I'm saying is that the DG set consumption, my case is very simple. The way I'm putting it is, I'm saying is that first is the case against me is of tampering.
Madam,
That's first thing.
just a second. As I have to understand first thing. You say that it was a blank portion recorded because that was you are using DigiSet. Firstly, the DigiSet you have the DigiSet. There is no dispute. You probably could not able to show that actually DigiSet was used. Secondly, if the using of DigiSet itself is not permissible, then also if you use, then it amounts to pilferage.
Sir, it does not amount to pilferage. There is a separate remedy. They can take me for that. There is a separate. I'm if I may say, my three
If the
content-
permission, it was mandatory to take permission to use the DigiSet, and if there is a allegation of theft, and if you say that it is a DigiSet use, then first of all you need to establish that it was by
Use-
DigiSet.
Sir, my contention which I'm raising is threefold. First is that it is not established on the basis of Panchanama or that decision which is at page 37.
Not established on the basis of Panchanama.
Panchanama and the decision at page 37.
Establish
21,
what?
that I tempered with PT fuse box. or there was any theft of energy. So this is the first contention. So the second contention which I am raising is that then the Honorable Court might ask me that if it was not so, then how do you explain that blank? So for that I am saying DG which was a better source of power and which was at times used. And other contention, every other contention would fall under the sub contentions of these two. But these two are the main two contentions.
Yes.
First is that this first contention is that merely by now to show that the DG sets were there. It was not something which I brought in later.
No, no,
It
but
was
I
something
want
which
to
was
know,
already
I
there.
want to know existence of DG set is not disputed. Usage of DG set.
Sir.
You must produce something, a receipt of a diesel, purchase diesel, it must be produced because તમે આ વાપરો છો તો આ ખર્ચામાં બી નાખ્યું હશે ને diesel.
Sir, I have filed an additional affidavit here.
અહીંયા કઈ.
With the additional affidavit, kindly see the documents which I have produced. Kindly see page number 318.
But how that is permissible here? 318, let us see.
If your lordship may also see, the only reason why the appellate authority has not believed it is that you did not have permission. Can I take the honorable court
So
immediately?
that permission aspect he has taken care of.
Yes, if I may just.
Authority has, my lords have hit the nail what the appellate authority has said, page 22.
I'll take the honorable
My
court
lord,
to everything.
That no supporting documents are provided
I
for
will-
operating energy generation.
So that is the approval. They are speaking of the
Page
approval.
22 may be read. What fell from my lords.
Let her complete in her own way.
Page 21. I will start from page 21.
Something is fell from me, it will not never go. It will be
No,
here only.
My lord.
So you will get an opportunity.
Now going to the impute order, my lords are on the same page.
Page 21.
21. Yes.
The appellate authority has studied the Rojnama made by the inspecting officers as well as photographs and other evidence submitted by the
Page 21.
21, bottom. The appellate authority.
Yes,
Second.
yes.
The appellate authority has studied the Rojnama made by the inspecting officer as well as photographs and other evidences submitted by the respondent company. On scrutinizing the facts, the appellate authority is observed as under. The seal wire of the plastic seal on the cover on the PT fuse box is cut and the paper seals on PT fuse box are torn off. In fact, it is just one seal. Nobody is talking about more than one papers.
Only just a second. Here, just a second.
Yes, sir.
As far my impression is subject to correction from you and him. That supposingly, if in my place, if there is a faulty meter, then it is my duty to inform. If I don't inform and then I caught, then what is the situation? That I have not committed theft, but it is my negligence. I will have to pay.
Yes.
So here, if supposingly
If the
there is no theft, but there is admittedly no that consumption,
nil
recording of the units, then it is your duty.
So if your lordship accepts my explanation that so far as I am concerned, sir,
Yes.
we did not use electricity for in an industry. There might also be incidents where it is not working. Even a factory which is by nature a 24-hour factory may not be working on some holidays if there is a death in the family, if there is something, or if in a case like this where we have gone to the court with this case that we were using, and that is my explanation. The explanation which but before that, if your lordship also
Can you please show me the page of that DG invoice?
Yes. Page number 320. 323.
323.
323 onwards are the documents.
No.
Page number 323.
No.
Page number, no, not that. Page number
You just told me.
318. 318. Three one eight.
So this was,
This was in 97.
so you started using in 2001?
Sir,
I know, since
Sir.
it was for purchase of the DG set,
Correct.
not consumption.
purchase.
No, no,
Purchase.
I am
Now
just asking
kindly
for-
see, kindly
So
see
this was
page
purchased by you in
319.
97, you started using in
97.
2001?
Sir, in 99, there is one more. So there is 320, there is of 2000. And kindly see on page number 321. 20th 7 2000.
So 97 માં જે હતું એ 2000 માં same પૈસા આંકડા પૈસા same પૈસા?
Kindly also see this, what the electricity duty inspector is giving me.
No, no. The DG set bills you produced,
Yes, your lordship.
318,
Yes.
is of 1997
97, there is 99 and there is 2000.
and 320 is 2000.
2000.
તો 4
but
વર્ષે, 3
before-
વર્ષે,
Sir,
3 વર્ષે બી
sir,
આંકડા પૈસાનો બી કોઈ ફરક નહીં?
Sir, may I just see this page
આ
15?
બિલ
BC?
બનતો ગઈ.
Sir, page 15 BC, not before that, their own document. Let me see the show the documents of the electricity company. Page 15, sorry, page 321. Sir, this is the of 20th
You
of
get,
July
you get the
2000.
colour is also number be same.
Sir, 20th of July 2000.
આ colour number પણ same. 318
318.
is the bill of 98.
Yes, your lordship.
97.
Yes, your lordship.
ચલો આપણે સમજીએ કે 8 લાખ ને
Sir,
17,000.
if I may just see that the DG sets.
3 વર્ષ પછી
Sir,
બી એટલા જ ભાવ.
If I may just show their documents. Their documents. If your lordship sees, kindly see page number 321. This is a communication from electricity duty inspector on 20th July 2000. નીચે પ્રમાણેની માહિતી મોકલવી. DG set capacity 123. ડ્યુટી ભર્યાની ચલણ ફોર્મ નકલ ફોર્મ ડી સાથે મોકલવી. ઇન્સ્ટોલ્ડ કરેલ જનરેટરોની કુલ ક્ષમતા 125 kV થી વધુ હોય તો નિયમ પ્રમાણે કરવું. And I applied immediately thereafter on 323. 14/5, before that, 14/5/2000 is I have applied. They have come and they have said, please give this details. And this is what they have also mentioned in that plane. Page 323 is my application. And thereafter, has my lord found 323?
Yes,
323,
it's your application.
my application.
For
Consent to install DG sets. 500 into 380 kVA.
so that they have not.
That remained pending, it seems, but kindly also see page 324. Sir, this is their HT inspection sheet. Date is 5/10/2000. And kindly see serial number 6, generator details, 380 into 2 kVA. Meter number is this, which is mentioned. And with that, kindly see on page number 327, they have changed the seals. Some of the seals are changed. Kindly see. So it is not that they did not come. And on page 327, see, kindly see item number 18 and 19. Item number 18. 327, item 18. Seals position related to meter and metering components. Before inspection, these were the seals. Where is the sealing point? Test terminal block. And after inspection is 40111 and 40112. These are the seals which find a mention in the Panchnama also. And kindly see remarks. Meter is found okay. Paper seal is applied on PT fuse cover. This is what they do in October 2000. Now,
All
kindly
right.
see.
In October 2000, these paper seals were applied.
Yes.
So do you think that in the 2001, after 10 years, this could go such a bad condition?
Sir, if it is.
The photograph shows, if you see the photographs.
Sir, the photograph of the, if the paper seal is there, it's a paper seal. સાદું આવું કાગળ તમે જો 12 મહિના બહાર હોય, then what happens? It's in the room which is open, there are pigeons. There would be change in weather, there would be heat during the months. This
I'm sure that paper seal must not be like the common paper.
Sir, it is, it would be like, it is there, they call it as paper seal.
Maybe, but may not be that paper,
This-
that paper which can go,
11 months.
because they are applying on the box, so it must be something like
So they do not say that it is.
of at least a good quality which doesn't go within one year.
They call it paper seal only within 11 months has have passed. And kindly see the next on page 328. Sir, this is of page number, the date is 4/1/2001. In your lordship's copy also, perhaps the year may not be visible. However, your lordship will be able to see the date
It's
On
4/1/2000.
2000, but page number 329, if your lordship sees. 4/1/2001, the date comes there. Column 2, date is mentioned.
Yes,
Yes, so that is the date. Now kindly see, here they come. Remarks. There is nothing. So inspections have taken place. They find all the seals to be okay. Kindly see page 331. Whatever
Three-
seals are 331. Again, item number 18 and 19. Whatever seals are before inspection, after inspection, whatever is okay, it's mentioned as okay. Whatever is replaced, they have mentioned as replaced. So they have replaced 3 seals. And it says replacement of TVM GI cover is what they have done. So what I am contending is that with this, now if your lordship sees, before that, their suit, what they are saying. Kindly see the plaint of their suit, page number 352. This is the suit by them on us.
From seeking injunction that you should
Seeking
not.
injunction, yes, but kindly see page number 354. Para 3. પ્રતિવાદી જણાવે છે કે તેમને ત્યાં બે 380 kVA ની કેપેસિટીના જનરેટર છે. પ્રતિવાદીએ સદરનું and before that they are referring to the suit which we have filed. We filed the suit first, if your lordship, that's why it says પ્રતિવાદી જણાવે છે. 354, the preceding line. પ્રતિવાદીએ સ્પેશિયલ સિવિલ સૂટ નંબર 406 of 2001 નો દાવો માંડેલો, જેમાં કંપનીએ જવાબ મૂકેલો છે. નાવ પેરા 3 on 354. પ્રતિવાદી જણાવે છે કે તેમને ત્યાં બે 380 kVA ના કેપેસિટીના જનરેટર છે. પ્રતિવાદીએ સદરુ જનરેટરો વાપરવા દેવા માટે 21/7/2000 નો પત્ર કંપનીને લખેલો, એનઓસી સર્ટિફિકેટ માંગેલું, પરંતુ વાદી તરફથી કોઈ પરવાનગી સદરુ જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે પ્રતિવાદીને આપવામાં આવી નથી. પ્રતિવાદી જીવી પાસેથી જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે કન્સેન્ટ એક્ટના કાયદા નંબર મેળવવાની હોય છે. પ્રતિવાદી ગુજરાત વિદ્યુત બોર્ડ પાસે.
Madam, the one thing is probably clear that you have applied for the permission. They have not given in terms
For whatever reasons.
for whatever reasons. In that event, usage of DigiSet is also tampering of the.
It will not be. Kindly see page number 3.
Ultimately, they are
Page number
entitled.
300.
They are entitled to recover whatever they want to recover.
Page number 300.
Maybe under the different head.
Yes, page 300.
300.
I am reading from their rules.
300.
Yes, clause 11. This is their regulations.
Just a second.
So the regulations which start from page number 391. Annexure R1 is their conditions and miscellaneous
Three-
charge.
91.
291 is the regulations that I'm sorry, I did not see.
291.
91 is where it starts at page 300.
I'm on 300.
Yes, clause 11.
Yes.
Installation of captive power plant generating sets. Permission of the licensee shall be obtained before installing any captive generating set in any premises within the supply area of the licensee. Permission of the electrical inspector to the government should also be obtained. This is to ensure that these generating sets do not inadvertently feed into the electric supply system and cause damage to licensee's property or injury to licensee's personnel. Violation of this rule will entail immediate disconnection of supply of electricity to the premises and recovery of cost of damages. This is not theft. If somebody does this, there is a separate mechanism for that.
So
So here
how
in
the
the-
damages can be assessed?
So
Whether
they can, if it has caused any damage, the thing is like that I have to use electricity which comes from the electricity generating company. I have that. I at the same time can have, so all the big companies have captive power plant. This is on a much smaller scale. They can have their own captive power plant, and we have also explained it in the petition. Also, we have said that this was an alternative and better supply of electricity which was there. We have written to them saying that please give us this please give us this permission. We have mentioned that remained pending. And your lordship, and
yes.
And so this is, we have very clearly, kindly see on page 5, para 2.10 also. It's my pleading. Para 2.10.
Yes.
The petitioner respectfully submits that it is pertinent to note at this juncture that the petitioner mill had installed 2 generators of capacity of 380 kVA for the smooth and uninterrupted supply of power in case if it is required, and also for the purpose of economic considerations. Even otherwise, to meet with the exigency that may arise due to failure of power supply or because of the poor quality of power supply, most of the industrial plants require the energy supply from the electricity generated with the aid of generators. The petitioner mill was therefore using the energy generated by the generator regularly in such circumstances. The said fact was also within the knowledge of the respondent company. The meter testing department of the company had visited the premises on 5/10/2000, much prior to the alleged incident, for the purpose of testing the meter and prepared a report wherein the fact of the existence of generators is mentioned. Therefore, it was in the knowledge of respondent company that the petitioner is using generators occasionally in lieu of electric energy supplied by the respondent. The petitioner was shocked, and that is what we have mentioned.
So let us see how the
If what, well, let us see how
appellate authority has.
appellate authority has dealt with it. Page 21. Bottom. The appellate authority has. The appellate authority has studied the Rojnama made by the inspecting officers as well as photographs and other evidences submitted by respondent company. On scrutinizing the facts, the appellate authority is observed as under: the seal wire of the plastic seal on the cover on the PT fuse box is cut, and the paper seals on PT fuse cover are torn off. From the MRI data, absence of recording of energy during night hours on many days is confirmed. Although the nature of the industry being continuous process industry, statement by the appellant that he was using diesel generating set, point number 7 of his appeal memo dated 4/10/2002, but no supporting documents provided him for approval for operating generator from appropriate authority. So that we did not have approval. This is what
We read it.
he is unable to produce the data regarding such energy generation and electricity paid by him to the government. The appellate authority has come to the conclusion that appellant is trying to cover up point B above. As such, from the first submission dated 4/10/2002 and from the reply given by SEC, it becomes clear that on disconnection of the electric supply by SEC, the appellant started using unauthorized generation of electrical energy. The appellant was finally stopped generating electrical energy after the orders of the Honorable Court in a case filed by SEC. The complete legal details are narrated by SEC in its reply filed in response to the submissions of the appellant dated 4/10/2002. As such, in the appeal memo at para 7, the appellant himself stated that they have applied for permission to install DG set, but relevant authorities have not given permission due to this entangled issue. In light of points discussed at A, B, and C above, the appellate authority have come to the conclusion that appellant is engaged in illegal abstraction of energy. The appellant in its submission has submitted that the appellant's allegations about pilferage of energy are far from truth and the appellant is innocent. The supplementary bill is also illegal, illogical, and is impugned. Hence, should be set aside or be quashed and amount paid be refunded. Various points raised in their written and oral submissions are discussed hereunder. Before recording other submission observations, findings of the appellate authority in detail, as the appellant has raised some of the points repeatedly in his oral as well as written submissions, these observations are dealt with first. If the appellant has any objection about conditions of supply of respondent, what is approved by government, this is not the forum. On number of occasions, the appellant has raised doubt about the ability of members of appellate authority, while also showered flowers of praise of the members. He's also raised question of constitution of the committee. Again, this is not the forum. Appellant has tried to suggest to take into consideration orders passed by appellate authority of GEB and the yardstick adopted by appellate authority of GEB with reference to the multiplying factor, load factor, and inverse of diversity factor considered by GEB in similar cases. But as so far as this appellate authority is concerned, it is authorized to review the bill raised by SEC against any appellant as per clause number 24 of conditions of supply of SEC. Past history or the consumption pattern after the dates of such checking cannot form the base for raising the bill under the allegation of theft. As such, data can be misleading in many cases. The appellant has a number of places alleged that the officers of SEC are compelling the consumers to settle their bills of any such checking, and only if the consumer does not agree on the line of action of the officers of SEC are then asked to pay the bills as per COS of SEC. Again, this is not the forum to raise such issues. This appellate authority is having the know-how knowledge of cases. Repeatedly, appellant has pointed out that the meter under reference was never tested for accuracy, but the accuracy of the meter is not under question in the present case, hence no need. The appellant has repeatedly stressed that there was one of the most modernized process plants and have adopted various new technology for energy savings on various fronts. The appellant authority has no observation to offer on this aspect, except that every consumer should go for such measures, but the appellate authority finds no relevance of these representations with the issues of illegal abstraction of electrical energy. Such energy saving has led to reduction in maximum demand of the appellant from 700 kVA to 500 and then 490 kVA in 2 stages. The various points raised by the appellant in unnumbered paras on para 2, 3, 4, and 5, the validity of issues raised here are already covered at point number 1 to 4 above. Here in unnumbered para 5 on page 4 of memo of appeal, the appellant has also mentioned about decision of Deputy Secretary of GOG, not given details. In the next para on the same page, the appellant pleads before the appellate authority to present evidence like wrapped meter, the accuracy of which is not under question in this case, seals and seal wires in the presence of forensic experts in laboratory, professors of any university, and other that the members of this committee means we understand that he means this appellate authority. At point number 12 also, he talks about forensic laboratory report, but the appellant has not revealed the facts that he had requested a forensic expert with a letter dated 1/9/2000, few days before the date of checking, to inspect the electrical installation of SSC in his premises. This fact was brought to the notice of the appellant authority through the reply of SSC at point number 14. This report does not indicate when the expert had visited the installation. However, the report bears the date of 20th/9/2001, the date on which the appellant has filed the case in local court against SSC in dispute under review here. At the end of the report, the expert has given opinion, which is reproduced below. The bolts are intact and untouched over a long period of time, covered with rust, dust, and pigeon droppings. No tool marks are seen at any bolt or of any other places on PT fuse box. The fuse can not be taken out of PT box without taking out the bolts from PT fuse box. Without this, power theft is impossible. This means that there was no theft of power, and allegations made by AC Board against ATM are totally false in nature. When the experts visited the venue, why the report discusses the conditions of PT fuse box only in no other component of the installation, this question remains unanswered, and also the date and time of visit of the forensic expert. At para 1 and 6, can moment. Para 7 of appeal memo, appellant has raised the issue of running a diesel generator set, but as noted earlier, he has not given any details to support his argument. Secondly, he is raising the issue of rule number 46 and 47. Under rule 47, the extension reduction of contract demand is covered. The last revision of contract demand was done in January 2002. The checking under review is in this appeal was done on 5th September 2001. Under rule 46, periodic inspection of installation is covered. Such inspection is carried out by the supplying authority as per availability of staff of SEC. If such inspection is not carried out, it does not mean the respondent is satisfied with such consumer are involved or are involved in theft. The other issues raised in this para already dealt with reference to para 8 and 9, it be noted that SEC has handled over the letter of intimation indicating the checking of electrical installation of SEC at the premises of appellant, which was received by his representatives, and during checking, Rojnama was prepared, and every issue was explained to the representative appellant by the officers of SEC. As per the normal practice, photographs were also taken, and they clearly display the conditions at site. Hence, the issues raised by the appellant, such as checking sheet not prepared, video recording not done, do not carry any relevance. the issue raised at para 10 and 12 of appeal about the seals affixed at various points apparatus, the Rojnama prepared on 5/9/2001 has noted the conditions of the seals at various places apparatus as noted at A of in this order. Only seal wire of plastic seal of PT fuse box was broken, that is cut, and paper seal on cover of PT fuse box was torn off. All other seals are intact. How is it that only 2 of them are affected by surrounding atmospheric conditions? Why the forensic report obtained by appellant talks all about box of PT fuse
So
and
just a second, pausing here. So that as I gather the impressions, so as to open the PT box,
Yes,
there is a wire,
yes.
there is a paper seal, and there is a bolt as well.
As I understand, there would be 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as it says, it's in 2 parts. I will like that. So there are 2 bolts at the lower part, 2 bolts on the upper part. And a wire passes through all the 4 bolts,
Correct.
all 4. And then there is a paper seal at the end of it. Perhaps as I can understand, wire jab, wherever the 2 wires come together, there would be a paper seal. So in order to open it, if someone wants to open the box, it is necessary that all 4 bolts are opened. To open all 4 bolts, it is necessary that either the wire is cut between all the 4 bolts, and to break those wires, it is necessary to break the paper seal. So what I am saying is that breaking of paper seal and breaking of wire between at one stage in itself is not sufficient to say that the PT fuse box was open. They are not completely silent as to what was the methodology. How was it? The only thing is paper seal was torn, 1 wire was break, conclusion theft. This is how it goes. So that is why my first condition that this, even if my second contention is not available, this is the explanation which I'm offering, that why was there no recording of energy at night. So this is the explanation that.
So what is as per Panchnama is there?
Panchnama records all seals are intact.
Which all seals but means bolt.
This list which I gave. Every seal which is mentioned in the Panchnama is intact. The Panchnama does not mention that this is that's why I made this table. All seals are found to be okay.
So unless those seals are tempered, the box could not have been opened.
Box could not, and they are not referring to bolts. That the PT fuse box was closed with bolts. How did I open it? Do they say that this is the method? What did I do? By cutting paper seal and by cutting 1 wire, what is the sequitur to that?
It has. That is why my question is
That's
how the box can is.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That there is no sequitur. The entire case against me is paper seal was torn. I'm saying that, well, I didn't. It is not possible to open it. And what is the sequitur? They have to say you did this, then you reached here. That is why I said, is the PT fuse box checked?
So all right, that PT now they must have also checked the PT box fuse also.
There is nothing on record.
What is inside the PT box? There is a wires going.
There would be a circuit, I believe.
Whether that was verified by them, whether that is tempered.
There is nothing on record. The only thing which is on record is Panchnama, this letter which is on page 37, which is the decision, and this MRI data.
So supposingly, if I want to make a theft, I will have to open the PT box fuse. What would one do after opening the PT box fuse?
Sir, I'm not an expert, but I'm
Yes.
just saying. But what I can say, but what I'm giving an answer. I'm saying I'm not an expert. I was giving an answer. The allegation seems to be that you opened the PT, you stopped recording of energy for some hours, which means that you opened
because toning off the paper seal and the wire meter would not stop.
No, so
there has to be some jugglery with that is inside.
So there was the meter was when I worked during night hours, meter was bypassed is what they are trying to say. The allegation is that there was no recording of energy during night hours, so meter was bypassed is what.
So how that meter is bypassed?
That is not coming out from there. They are not.
That is what. So I am asking you.
Sir,
so if supposedly I want to commit a theft, there is a PT fuse box with me. The merely tearing of that paper seal
Is
and
not
cutting a wire is not sufficient.
Not sufficient.
The meter would not be bypassed.
No.
There has to be some
There
gimmick
should-
or
there has-
jugglery.
There
with-
has to be something which has to be done which stops supplying power.
So what
to
could
the
be
meter.
that thing?
Sir, but whatever is that is not something which is coming up. I will also take insert. But what they are saying is that you did it at night and then you restored it during the day. So what I will just make.
But that
this
is what
the
I'm,
point.
I'm asking. If something is to be done in the night and something is to be restored in the morning, so in the between there has to be some
Sir,
jugglery,
sir,
some technical
sir, may I read the
manipulation.
sentence? May I read the sentence where I stopped? That is
Yes.
the answer. Page 27.
Yes, I am on page.
I will read last two lines. All other seals are intact. May I start reading from it? How is it that only two of them are affected by surrounding atmospheric condition? Why forensic department talks about it? Answer to this question is simple. By opening the box of PT fuse, the meter can be prevented from recording energy, which is recorded in MRI data. As noted earlier, the functioning of the meter is not under question in this case. So the appellate authority says that you opened the PT fuse box and prevented meter from recording energy.
So merely opening thereof it would result into there has to be some.
There has to be something. Let us say that there has to be something. But the case is, if I may just,
I'm trying to finding out something in your favor.
I understand, sir. I am able to see that. I can see that. That's why I said that let me answer before my learned friend got up. I said I'm trying to answer. I'm not evading that answer. So the whatever that is, I will take precise from expert also. I will say that how this can be prevented. But the allegation is that every night I opened the PT fuse box. I stopped whatever is there. There is no some permanent severance. If any wire is cut, it will result in cutting it for all time to come. So something, it would be like switch, something which stopped recording of PT fuse box supplies.
So there must be
energy
some key within the PT box.
Something. Let me take it, assume it there was something.
That magical key is within the PT box.
It's the PT fuse box.
So it can be switched on, switched off.
Whatever. Let me for the
So that
say that
temporarily you can get disconnected with the meter.
correct. That's what I'm saying. If there are cases that you did it every night, morning you put it back, then the electricity supply started, night again you opened it, you again did it. So I am saying this is not something which can be done night after night.
So what I am trying to gather, why? I am loudly thinking. So that Mr. Trivedi can also know and assist me on that line. I'm connecting the dots.
Yes, you not.
Undoubtedly, there is a less meter reading or zero meter reading.
Yes, you not.
Undoubtedly, there is your application for DG set use is
Spent.
there. So probably on probable and that you must have started using DG set without permission.
Yes, you not.
And now that they have found it, something manipulated there. So that straight away they have labeled as theft on it.
So there is, as I see that what would have happened is that there would be, to use DG set, there would be a switch outside where you can move from one circuit to another. That is what would happen, that you do not use the power which comes from the electricity company, but you use your own source of power and it goes into the line. That is what has happened. Our case is that we have used DG set, but that is done without tampering with it. There would be a.
This is what I'm connecting.
That's
So you have used it without tampering,
tampering.
but now because of some tampering is found, they have said that
They
it
have
is.
put the two, but what I'm
So
saying
they have-
is that the entire allegation, if I may now put it sequentially, what they are saying paper seal was torn, one wire was cut. So you committed theft. Is clear because there is nil electricity recording on some days.
Can there is any provision, supposing if there is a theft is alleged on one instrument like a meter or the PT fuse box, is there not any requirement that so-called temple thing has to be put on
Examined.
some
Yes.
expert opinion or
Yes.
report,
Yes.
technical report,
Yes.
whether it is actually tempered or not?
So that is what we say, that there is no examination of meter, and the appellate authority returns the finding that here functioning of meter is not an issue. So I'm saying this is
Functioning of meter is something different.
is deep.
Functioning of meter is perfectly justified, but there is a tempering of the fuse box.
So there was a provision where whenever a meter was found to be faulty, it was referred to electrical inspector. And in the laboratory,
So there is no such requirement?
there is no laboratory analysis which has happened in this case. Your lordship would have come across number of cases under the old regime also, where the meter, when the allegation is that there is
So this
tempering of meter.
PT fuse box never put to any
No, it has not gone in any laboratory. Otherwise, in all cases which would have come before your lordship, whenever the allegation is of tempering of meter is then removed, it is sealed, it is opened in a laboratory. And then
So
there is a
that
laboratory.
is not done here.
That has not happened
No, no.
here.
That is for the reason that there is no fault on the meter. They have bypassed the meter.
No, I'm saying, I understand.
Okay.
I don't say that why the meter has not been put to the medical exam or that scientific exam, technical examination.
Okay.
Like meter, this is another instrument, the PT fuse box.
The old regulations, not us.
That was no such provision.
No.
That PT box,
Only with regard to.
there is no provision for with
Okay.
regard to PT box,
No.
fuse box. If it is alleged to be tempered, then whatever you say found, it is to be correct. Believed to be correct.
No, that is not the case here, madam. This coupled with the fact that you have been consuming electricity, but there is no recording, establishes that it has been bypassed.
Correct. I'll two questions for you. I'll ask you. Let her finish.
So I was reading this on page 27. The answer to this question is simple. By opening the box of PT fuse, the meter can be prevented from recording energy.
So opening of the PT box.
Opening of PT fuse box is
So-
what is required.
So that is what my question was.
So there is nothing to show that PT fuse box, well, it's just a conjecture. This finding, which the appellate authority has
Was it
written-
actually opened or just because of that
No,
paper seal was found torn condition, wire was cut, it was presumed that it was open.
that's what is the conclusion.
That-
There is no, the electricity company does not make any allegation to anything else other than saying that paper seal was torn, wire was cut. They stopped there. They have not said anything beyond. There's no sequitur to that. They are not saying that what happens once if this is torn. And when I say that it is not possible,
Yes.
and on page 29, para 8. So the last
18.
29,
No, no,
page
14.
29.
Para 14 will also be, then the issue of meter is addressed.
So all right.
No,
For his-
no.
I will read 14
Just to
also.
clarify that there was no issues with the meter.
That is what I am also asking for
No,
that.
it is-
So meter is subject to PT box.
Not true.
Meter is subject to PT box. So if the PT box is okay, meter will be okay.
Not true.
If the PT box is tempered, meter can also be tempered.
No,
Can we
I-
stop?
Stopped. It is tempered.
I
So-
think the both
so-
would be separate.
Both are separate, but it is subject to.
Yes, but
Let's say that because of you temper the PT box, meter has
Stopped
stopped reading.
not, so
So
that,
ultimately there is a nexus.
so that comes,
So that I am on the issue that whether the PT box was ever opened, that found open condition.
that's what I'm
Because-
saying, that there is
because-
nothing to that effect.
First of all, I will have to understand and appreciate the mechanism of the PT box.
Yes.
Like how much seals are applied.
Yes.
There are three seals, I believe.
Four.
Four. One paper, wire, and bolt. What is the fourth one?
No, this three. If this
Three.
is the three categories, then three.
Three.
Yes.
So ultimately, the paper seals are torn off. The wires are cut. Unless the bolt are found tempered or open, it cannot be that the PT box is open.
Correct.
This is
And-
what I am
Correct.
is passing in my mind.
Correct. Now kindly see page 29, para 18.
Yes.
The last line, by opening the PT fuse box. Has my lord found that? Para 18. By opening
Yes.
the PT fuse box, fuse link can be taken out, which will stop the voltage available to voltage out of the meter, and the meter stops the.
There it is.
This
There it is.
is the finding. So what I'm saying is that this finding is on an assumption that PT fuse box was opened. And I will go a step further. It is on a consumption that PT fuse box was opened not just once, but again and again and again. Because it is their case that you stopped reading of energy only during night hours. So to hold this, if this reasoning is correct, it would mean that I opened PT fuse box. Now this finding is arrived at without any basis. It is not on record that PT fuse box was opened. That's first thing. And second, if it was opened not just once, but day after day or night after night. This is because they say that, which means that morning I put it back and I opened it again. There is no mechanism that I can say ke 12 kalak nahi na 6 kalak bypass karwana, baki na 18 kalak. That's not the case. So this entire finding, so that's why I'm saying that my case is that this PT fuse box was not opened. Their only allegation is without any civil, merely because an electricity says that you tore off paper seal, you cut a wire, pay off 90 crores, 90 lakhs. I paid all about 90 lakhs, 75 lakhs bill is there. I said, show me that this PT fuse box was open. They have to show that.
This mill is going on.
It is going on. We are going on. We have paid, and there is no, as I understand, there is no other incident. We could not afford. And I said that this is a better fuel. And kindly see, the company also, appellate authority also has recorded. This was a company which was trying to improve on consumption of electricity. We established better machinery. The contract demand was reduced from 750 to 550. Then from there, it was reviewed to 490. So from 750, we brought it down to 490. And then we said, here is a better energy. Here is also, and it's also the quality of power, the rate of power, and the people wish to say that whatever is the best way a person can enhance one's production, one would do that. And my application remained pending for a year. This is a one case where electricity company went to court and said, stop them from using DG sets. If I have used DG sets without permission, then there is a remedy on page 300. They can do that, but they cannot book me for theft. I had no option once that order came. I had no option but to go to them. I paid everything. So part was paid. Even when I filed this, it looked like a long battle, and it proved to be long, 25 years. I paid the full amount so that my liability stops. Entire amount is paid and this petition is paid. So where is the question of theft or tampering of meter? This is based purely on assumption. Merely because an electricity company says that this is theft, the court, there are cases where the courts have interfered and says merely making allegations is not. I'll rely on two judgments. One of this honorable court, it is of course in appeal, and another of Delhi High Court, where court said that merely making allegation is not sufficient. You have to establish the methodology of tampering, which has not happened. I will rely on those two judgments.
So you first complete reading.
I'll complete it.
So that last portion, judgment showing is the last.
Yes.
It is about to.
It's about. I was reading on paragraph number 18. Para 19, with regard to para 24, it is no point the case does not.
So one thing is very clear now, by according to this paragraph 18, less line 3,
yes,
it has to be opened.
It has to be.
Unless that PT box is open, nothing can be done.
Yes. And the same thing also comes on page number 27. The answer to this question is simple. That
is correct.
Two clear findings. By opening PT fuse. Then para 20, 21, I can read 20 can be omitted. As noted at points number 1 to 6 of this order, the appellant goes on repeating some of its arguments and also goes on giving irrelevant examples. Such an instantaneously high starting point can open all that. And lastly, the appellate authority concludes that the appellant is involved in theft of electrical energy. The bill prepared by respondent company is proper and legal. Hence, we have no hesitation in dismissing the. Before that, before I go that, I wanted to read a paragraph from their plaint. Page number 354 is what I was reading.
Yes.
Para 3. પ્રતિવાદી જણાવે છે કે તેમને ત્યાં બે 380 kVA ના કેપેસિટીના જનરેટર છે. પ્રતિવાદીએ સદરુ જનરેટર વાપરવા દેવા માટે 21/7/2000 નો પત્ર કંપનીને લખેલો અને એનઓસી સર્ટિફિકેટ માંગેલું, પણ વાદી કંપની તરફથી કોઈ પરવાનગી સદરુ જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે પ્રતિવાદીને આપવામાં આવી નથી. પ્રતિવાદીએ જીએબી પાસેથી જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે કન્સેન્ટ કાયદાની કલમ 44 મુજબ મેળવવાની હોય છે. પ્રતિવાદીએ ગુજરાત વિદ્યુત બોર્ડ પાસેથી એવી કોઈ પરવાનગી મેળવેલ નથી. જો જીએબી પાસેથી કન્સેન્ટ અને પરવાનગી જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે ગ્રાહકે મેળવી હોય અને કંપનીએ પણ તેવી પરવાનગી આપેલ હોય તો સદરુ જનરેટરો ગ્રાહક ફક્ત પાવર ફેલિયર થાય ત્યારે જ, એટલે કે સ્ટેન્ડ બાય તરીકે જનરેટર ચલાવી શકાય. આ કન્સેન્ટ યાને પરવાનગી કોઈ પણ કારણસર ગ્રાહકનું ઇલેક્ટ્રિક કનેક્શન કાપી નાખવામાં આવે ત્યારે તે આપોઆપ પાછી ખેંચી લીધેલી યાને રદ થયેલી ગણાય. એટલે કે જીબી એ જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે કન્સેન્ટ આપી હોય તેમ છતાં ગ્રાહકનો પાવર ડિસ્કનેક્ટ કરવામાં આવ્યો એટલે કન્સેન્ટ રદ થઈ જાય છે. ગ્રાહક જનરેટર ચલાવી શકતા નથી. એન્ડ kindly see page number 354 bottom. પ્રતિવાદીએ પેરા 4 પ્રતિવાદી ઇલેક્ટ્રિક કનેક્શન મેળવવા માટે રિક્વેઝિશન ફોર્મ ભરેલું છે. તેમણે વાદી કંપનીને અંડરટેકિંગ આપેલ છે કે ચાર્જીસ રેટ કન્ડિશન્સનું પાલન કરશે. કન્ડિશન્સ અને મિસેલેનિયસ ચાર્જીસ ફોર સપ્લાય ઓફ એનર્જી નામના નિયમોની બુક છે, જે નિયમો ગુજરાત સરકારે મંજૂર કરેલ છે. તે બુકના નિયમ નંબર 11.1 મુજબ કેપ્ટિવ જનરેટિંગ સેટ ગ્રાહક, which I read on page 300, કેપ્ટિવ જનરેટિંગ સેટ ગ્રાહક પોતાની જગ્યામાં ઇન્સ્ટોલ કરવા માંગતો હોય તો તેણે તેમ કરતા પહેલા વાદી કંપનીની પરવાનગી લેવી જરૂરી છે. આવી પરવાનગી એટલા માટે જરૂરી છે કે જેથી આવા જનરેટિંગ સેટો ઓપરેટ કરતા બેધ્યાનપણે ઇનએડવર્ટન્ટલી કંપનીની ઇલેક્ટ્રિક સપ્લાયમાં ફીડ કરે તો કંપનીના ઇન્સ્ટોલેશન અને મિલકતને નુકસાન કરે અથવા તો કંપનીના માણસોને પણ ઈજા કરે. પ્રતિવાદીએ વાદી કંપનીની કે ઇલેક્ટ્રિકલ ઇન્સ્પેક્ટરોની જનરેટરો ઇન્સ્ટોલ કરતા પહેલા કોઈ પરમિશન લીધી નથી, જીબીની પરમિશન લીધી નથી. સબબ પ્રતિવાદીને ગેરકાયદેસર રીતે જનરેટરો ચલાવતા અટકાવવાની જરૂર છે. This is what they say. Now with this, two judgments. I would be relying on paragraph number, this arises out of a suit. But the findings, paragraph number 24 to 28.
24
to 28. On perusal, may I read?
This is with regard to the meter.
Meter. Para 24, I was reading. On perusal of the entire oral evidence. Is my lord found that? Pages are at the bottom, page 11. On perusal of the entire oral as well as document, it appears that there is no dispute regarding facts that electricity connection was installed in the factory premises of the plaintiff company from the defendants. It's also undisputed facts and on relevant there is checking, etc. Then paragraph 26. So it further reveals from the oral and documentary evidence that the meter was kept in iron box and steel on the box was intact at the relevant time of checking on 7/12/92. It also reveals from the evidence of the defendant's witness that no foreign inside the meter Whatever found is regarding some sort of liquid being found in the outer seal. But since there was no any mechanical or technical tampering with the internal part of the meter, how the fault was assessed is a main question. In this regard, there is no iota of evidence laid by the defendant's hearing. It also reveals from the evidence of Mr. Thakur that the assessment of the theft of electricity is made only on the ground that there was some liquid was found in outer seal of the meter. It is not a case of the defendant that some outer material was inserted in the meter by tampering with inside the meter. Therefore, on reappreciation of evidence on record, it clearly appears that without any basis, the supplementary bill has been issued by the Gujarat Electricity Board to the defendant plaintiff company. Para 28. Now, considering the factual matrix of this is crystal clear that there was nothing found in the internal part of the meter which may suggest that there is theft of electricity. It also reveals that the observations made herein above that when the checking was carried out, the meter was found in iron box which was having proper seal, and there was no tamper with the seal of the meter. Moreover, there is no concrete evidence or report by the testing laboratory that due to defect noted in the Rochka, there is pilferage or theft of electricity. Thus, the factual matrix of this case is clearly different from the facts of the aforesaid both decisions. So, seals were found to be intact.
Yes.
This is what and there is one more judgment. This is of Delhi High Court. In fact, Delhi High Court, during the same period, there are series of judgments on the same line. I will rely on this. Para number 1, 8, 32, and 33, where the electricity bills are challenged. Para number 32 and 33 on page 974.
974.
Oh. (32 and 33). While on the aspect of external evidence of tampering in the form of broken seals or tempered seals, this court would like to observe that an inference of DAE should not be permitted to be drawn on the mere fact that a meter had been found with broken seals. It would be impermissible for the respondent to treat all categories of consumers on the same footing when it proceeds to take action on a suspicion of DAE. Right now, there is no secure measure to ensure that the electricity meters installed either in the basement of the building or on the ground floor near the staircase are tamper-proof or outside the reach of any mischievous third party. It is one thing to require the consumer to ensure that the meter is safe and secure. It is perhaps also necessary to ask if the supplier of electricity draws the attention of the consumer to such responsibility and insists that the consumer secures the meter with a lock or with one duplicate key being handed over to supplier in an environment where it is not possible for a domestic consumer living in an apartment where the meter is installed in the basement or ground floor to constantly keep a watch on this meter. It would not be reasonable to draw inference of DAE merely on the discovery of some signs of tampering. Regulation 25 only goes a part of the way, but does not fully appreciate the predicament of consumer in such situations. Hopefully, the DERC and supplier companies will work at improving. For the reasons above, it is held that in these cases, no inference of DAE by the petitioners would possibly have been drawn by the respondent on the basis of materials that exist on record. The impugned speaking orders and the bills raised on that basis are not sustainable in law. So there cannot be any billing on the basis of suspicion. There is one more judgment which I will give later, but on the same line. I do not have copies. So my contentions too, I have already said that there is no proof of tampering. Second, my explanation about non-recording of energy during night hours is that there were DG sets. The fact that DG sets were there, the DG sets were such that they could be operated, is something which comes from the suit filed by them. So and also appellate authority returns the finding. Third is that if DG sets were operated without authority of law, it does not automatically result in a case of theft. There is a separate provision in clause 11.1 of the regulations in such cases, which is not invoked. So that is not, and fourth is that the reasoning given by the appellate authority is not based on the documents or based on any material. They have drawn, and it is based on a surmise. The finding of the electricity of the appellate authority is based on inference. Yes.
That's all.
First of all, going to the main issue. This is a case where the electricity has not recorded on a daily basis. Not a one-off basis, on a daily basis, electricity was not recorded during the night hours.
For how many days?
Well, it's from,
Probably for 20 days.
well, it's from 6th. From 13th August.
And the 4th September was like,
Also. Even before that, there are gaps, but proper continuous recording from 13th, not recording from 13th August.
so how this inspection took place? What is the general? Periodical inspection. It is not because of that you found it that there is some zero recording of meter.
No, on a regular inspection. Now, my lords, the onus is being shifted as to we have not established how the theft has taken place. But first, it is necessary to satisfy the onus that how the recordings at night did not take place. The entire theory of digit sets has come up for the first time before this order. The invoices have been placed for the first time before this order report. Nothing of this sort has been placed before the appellate.
Maybe the invoices, but the contention was raised,
No, my lords.
not raised.
My lords. Only one line has raised, which my lords would find at page in para 7 of their appeal memo, my lords. Page 76. Page 70 projects. Page 54.
50?
54.
Page 54, what is this?
My lords, from the bottom, third line from this is their appeal memo. Third line from the bottom. The appellant preferred to use DG sets during night hours. That's it. In the entire appeal memo, this is the only line. No documents to show that we positively use DG sets. No bills, no invoices, no statement that every day from 12 AM to 8 AM we are using DG sets. Why so? Because DG sets could not be used by them. They had not obtained permission.
So what was the occasion for you to file a suit then?
Why not? Because at this juncture we got to know they are using DG sets.
So ultimately, it is admitted position that they are using DG set.
Why not? They have DG sets.
Your
Yes.
suit is subsequent to that 49/20/25 or 2001.
Why not?
Meaning thereby, you must have found that he is using DG set.
But-
DG set is actually working there.
Why
So
not?
that is why the suit was necessitated.
Got
So your filing of suit is suggesting of the fact that they are using.
Why not? I'll take my loss to the evidence of the suit. Having found the presence of DG sets, we have filed the suit. Because until
So therefore, that DG set was there.
DG, the presence
You
of
filed a suit. You filed a suit for that they should not use the DG set.
yes, why not?
So meaning thereby that the DG set
Why not?
are installed.
The DG sets are present. Whether they have been used or not is a question posed to the petitioner. The petitioner has not answered that question.
So what was the purpose to keep that DG set there only?
Why not? That
To
is-
create a show?
Why not? That is something they have to answer. Because my lords, in my mind, unless and until I get permission for DG sets, I will not even purchase it. Because if the permission is rejected, what will I do with those DG sets?
Why then you filed a suit? Ultimately, you already alleged that theft is committed by him. Then see, you can't ride two horses.
My lords,
Either see, you say on one hand you say that they have committed theft.
yes, ma'am.
On the other hand, you file a suit also
My
that
lords,
they should not use DG.
My
Let us see your plaint. Let us read that plaint. You can't have two theories together.
No, it's not a question of theory.
It is.
Disconnect the theft supply on finding the theft.
All right, let us see.
Not. See. Not page 352.
Yeah.
I think my notes are relevant to start from 354.
Mm.
પ્રતિવાદી જણાવે છે કે it is on their information. પ્રતિવાદી જણાવે છે કે ત્યાં તે બે 380 kV ની કેપેસિટીના જનરેટર છે. પ્રતિવાદીએ સદરૂપ જનરેટરો વાપરવા દાવા માટે 21/7/2000 ના પત્રથી કંપનીને લખે. એને NOC સર્ટિફિકેટ માંગેલું પણ વાદી કંપની તરફથી કોઈ પણ પરવાનગી સદરૂપ જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે પ્રતિવાદીને આપવામાં આવી નથી. પ્રતિવાદી જીપી પાસેથી જનરેટર ચલાવવા માટે ઇલેક્ટ્રિક સપ્લાય સપ્લાય એક્ટ 1948 ના કાયદાની કલમ 44 મુજબ મેળવવાની હોય છે. પરંતુ પ્રતિવાદી ગુજરાત વિદ્યુત બોર્ડ પાસેથી પણ તેવી કોઈ પરવાનગી મળેલ નથી.
Now read 355. Read 355.
Lodge.
Cause of action. 15/9/2000 રોજ પ્રતિવાદીને આપવામાં આવી છે તે નોટિસ એક નકલ સરકારના ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ઇન્સ્પેક્ટર પર મોકલી છે. તે નોટિસને હવે કરી પ્રતિવાદી જનરેટર ચાલુ રાખ્યું છે. Meaning thereby you are aware that they are using the DG set. DG sets were ongoing.
Lodge.
This is your assertion. Cause of action.
પ્રતિવાદી જનરેટ સોરી 15/9/2001 ના રોજ પ્રતિવાદીની
સરકારને આપવાની ઇલેક્ટ્રિસિટી ડ્યુટી પણ ભરતા નથી.
તે નોટિસ એક નકલ સરકારી ઇલેક્ટ્રિક ઇન્સ્પેક્ટર પણ રવાના કરી છે. પરંતુ તે નોટિસ અવગણના કરીને પ્રતિવાદીએ જનરેટર ચલાવવાનું ચાલુ રાખ્યું છે. That is post 15/9/2001.
That is correct. Ultimately, once there is an allegation of theft by you,
Why not?
this suit was never. Your suit is suggesting a fact that on that day you also found that the DG sets were not on the site but it was working.
Why not? The checking was on 5th September.
Correct.
After giving the notice of 15 September.
હા એટલે કયું ચાલુ રાખી રહ્યું છે 15/9 આપ્યું એટલે એ શું તમારી નોટિસ બતાવો. ચલો નોટિસ બતાવો તમારી 15/9/2001 ની નોટિસ બતાવો.
Why not?
Where is that notice?
8 October. The notice.
15/9/2001 જોઈએ નોટિસમાં તમે કીધું છે કે 4/9 પછી તમે હવે ડીજી સેટ થી ચલાવવાનું ચાલુ કરી ફેક્ટરી તમે
Gotcha.
એવું કીધું તો આપણે વિચારીએ.
The checking report is at page 36. After the Rojkam.
You can't have two theories, mister.
No. Why not? Ultimately.
If either you avail a remedy if they are using DG set, recover the amount as per your agreement, license agreement. They are bound to pay if they are using without permission. Now, to short circuit that, you cannot label theft on them.
Why not? I'm not the one short circuiting. So why not?
If supposingly if somebody is using DG set,
Not.
if supposingly using DG set without permission, what is the remedy available? You will have to file a suit for damages for cost.
Why not?
That is the
Why not?
page 300.
Why not? My submission would be still theft. It is still covered under.
No, then your page 300, clause 11.
Why not? Clause 11.
Yes.
Clause 11 speaks about the consequences, which is disconnection. And thereafter, theft talks about illegal usage as well.
Mr. See, DG set using something by a DG set cannot be said to be a theft.
Why not? I may take my notes from you.
Yes.
Gotcha. Just to finish my submission.
So,
Yeah.
so according to you, let us point down one fact. According to you, they were using DG set.
Why not?
And now
Why-
let us decide
why
that
not?
using of DG set is also a theft.
Why not? That is not according to. Why not? I may structure it properly. Why not? The seats were found broken. The wire was found broken. The meter was found okay. MRI data was taken out. At night, there was no electricity consumption, though the plant was running.
Correct.
Therefore, the meter was bypassed. It was put to the petitioner. How did you bypass the meter? Or how is electricity not being recorded? The petitioner had no answer. DG sets, my lords, have not come into the picture yet. My lords may just go chronologically. At the stage of giving the notice, at the stage of raising the supplementary bill, at the stage of saying there is theft, the petitioner is not coming up with DG theft, DG sets. We are not aware of DG sets.
You
The fact that
notice you issued on 15/9/2001. You issued notice about the DG set.
my lords, that was subsequently. My lords, I'm talking about when.
On 4/9, the subsequent is 10 days thereafter.
My lords, on 4/9.
So show me your notice dated 15/9/2001.
That I do not believe is on record. I can place it on record. I'll get it on record.
Because on by way of notice, in that notice you must have said something.
My lords, then I'll get the note.
All right, we'll consider that notice.
So, my lords, so on 4th September, when the inspection takes place, it is not the case of the petitioner that I'm using DG sets. When the petitioner has been given the letter and supplementary bill, it is not the case of the petitioner that I'm using DG sets. When the petitioner challenges the bill before the appellate authority, it is not the case of the petitioner that I'm using DG sets.
No, it is their case. One contention, maybe in corner contention they have raised.
But, my lords, one averment has stated.
Correct.
But then, my lords, I may reiterate what the appellate authority has found, my lords, or rather observed, which also fell from my lords. It is said,
Mr.
my lords,
Trivedi,
here,
Mr. Trivedi,
lords,
Mr. Trivedi.
my lords, summon.
For the present, let us not much focus on the DG set. Right? Tell me one thing, that if as per the Panchanama, if that PT fuse box is not said to be opened, that last bolts are not tempered, if the bolts are okay, whether that can amount to theft mere because there is one wire is cut and the one paper seal is torn off, then whether that would amounting to theft, unless it is proved or it is concretely alleged with the document evidence that the PT fuse box was opened.
My lords, two responses to that. Response number one. PT fuse box was not opened is the case of the private investigator of
So
Vadodara.
where is your case? I am asking you, according to you, where is that open? This is what I'm asking.
Lordship, sir.
See, my question was her to that how this PT box can be opened.
My lord.
There are 3 seals applied:
Lordship.
paper, wire and bolt. According to your Panchanama, whether all 3 seals are open, as I understand, I gather visual impression of the PT box, the 4 bolts are the main last,
I will
key to open the box.
take my lords to my reply to the appeal memo.
Yes. If something is clarified there,
I'll find.
so
Till then, my lords, the question still remains that if DG sets are not in the no, it's not in the picture. Question still remains if the DG sets are not in the picture, doesn't the petitioner have to explain why? How are they running a plant without consuming my electricity? Why is that owner shifted on me? How have
because you are disputing that. See,
my lords, they were running-
according to them, DG sets were there. They were running on the basis of.
that has been brought on record before this honorable court.
Ultimately,
It may show from the appeal memo, it may be shown.
ultimately,
From the documents before the appellate authority.
Mr. Trivedi, ultimately, in an appeal that just now you shown that they have raised one contention
Lodged.
in the corner, that some wild card are shown in the corner only.
Some documents about that.
All right. That is different thing. That is the contention.
Document.
Correct. So ultimately, first of all, you decide whether shall we proceed on the basis of the DG set or shall we not proceed on the basis of the DG set.
So that is
Because you have a two stance. તમારી દાવો તમે કર્યો છે ત્યારથી તમારી પર મારે હું તમને પૂછું છું you can't ride both horses. I can go whatever you suggest in the manner.
Davo and the notice I will go through and I will submit before this honorable court. With regard to two horses are concerned, my lords, my issue is this wise. The fact that the seals were broken and
So how many seals are broken? Then first question then.
my lords, the
Paper.
seal and the wire.
Right. So what are the significant seal for that bolt sealed?
Lordship.
Unless it is broken, can that is said that fuse box can be opened?
That I will.
So one thing is very clear: without opening the box, there cannot be any malpractice. That is undisputed.
Lordship, it would appear.
To create a meter weak or manipulated, that magic box has to be opened.
My lord,
Now show me that how that magic box has to be opened.
lordship, I'll have to go through.
There are three seals on it. I am repeating:
Lordship.
paper, wire, and bolt. Merely because there is a paper seal is torn off, the wire is cut. Unless that four bolts are not open, there cannot be said that it was open.
Lordship.
See, theft is a very serious castigation. You cannot castigate like theft. તમારો વાત સાચી કે ડીજી સેટ તો ઉપયોગ કરતા હો તમે you can recover because they have violated their license permission or that agreement, whatever you call. But just to bypass that long drawn suit and recover in damages, you cannot labelize somebody as a theft.
No, I bow down to that.
Yes.
my lords, but even otherwise, in the definition of theft, use of alternative methods are covered.
Let us read that.
My lords may have page 1307.
307.
My lords, it starts at 24. The relevant would be on the next page 308.
308.
Below the table.
Yes.
Any consumer person who dishonestly abstracts, consumes, or uses energy or interferes with the meter. So bypassing meter would be covered, but I may go on.
All right.
Comma, licensees, works, etc. Including prevention of any meter from the correct registration.
Mr. Dedi, this would not help you from the first reading only. Read it. Dishonestly abstracts, consumes.
or
Your electricity never abstracted. Your electricity was never consumed.
Lordships, or
So, or
there is a or after that.
energy, or matlab electricity
or uses energy or
interferes with the meter.
lordships. Now I may go ahead.
So that it has to be in conjunction. By interfering with the meter, they see, for theft, there has to be your property dishonestly. It is basic thing. They have abstracted. So your property would be energy, electricity.
Lordship.
Whether from that they have extracted. Abstraction of theft to substantiate your contention, you must show that they have consumed my electricity by tempering the meter, but they have consumed. They have abstracted from my grid. Here they have not abstracted from your grid.
I mean just
Read it.
or interferes with the meters, licensees, works, etc. Including prevention of any meter from correct registration of energy with an intention of deriving wrongful gain for himself.
Fundamentally,
And
Mr.
wrong
Trivedi,
loss.
you also know you're reading wrong thing.
Lordship.
You are also convinced back of I know I can read your body language.
Also,
This has to be abstraction.
Lordship.
It has to be your what is general phenomena of theft, dishonestly, unintentionally,
See,
your property.
got you,
Your property is here is electricity.
got you.
Whether they have abstracted, whether they have consumed. Meter is zero, but it is consumed from your end. Then probably you are right. But there is no consumption of your electricity. They have derived from DG sets.
But that is not proved by. So,
अरे वो
so
तरह
my lords, the
सर-
bridge, my lords, the bridge, okay. My lords, if my stand is that the weekly sets were not being used, then how have they consumed my electricity? Something I'll have to show.
Hmm.
My lords, may give me a week's time, I'll show that and I'll put the 50.
आत्म भाई वीक ना ले अनुज
Then my lords, after 2
वो
days.
भूली जिस बुत
No, then after 2 days, man. I do not, I said a week because this matter is.
आ लिंक जदी जैसे भूली जावास
Then my lords, Friday. I just said
तो-
next week.
ओवरलोडेड छु अब बुधवार જ મળે શાંતિ.
Then my lords, I'll come with a note that my lords will not forget. I'll prepare the note, I'll come with the note. I just want to-
what do you want to show me? All right.
My
Will
lords, I want to go through the suits in detail and I want to find out the 15th September.
ના ના સૂટ છે ને બહુ ડિટેલમાં જવાની જરૂર
No,
નથી.
either and my
હું તને
lords-
કહું કેમ? Just read the cause of action.
No, I've read that.
So that entire you will have the idea now.
No, but my lords, what is the 15th September notice? That is something I've over. Let
So
me go through
probably let us not go into this DG set. Theft without opening this box can be said to be theft or not. That's all.
that. My lords, I would want.
Anuj, this is not.
My lords, especially considering the reply I have filed before the appellate authority. My lords,
Yes, Miss Jani. He's junior to you.
my lords, I'll close it on
But
the next.
he appears for the mighty electricity company, and I have had my day after 25 years. And exactly, there is a judgment. I'm also thankful to my learned senior friend
What is
who
it?
has been listening to this great interest.
Because his case is also like that only.
Earlier judgment of the High Court was like,
Ah,
and which
Dr.
they deny
Pesky,
on the Supreme Court.
on paragraph number
Action is just-
26. Lordship, after that, paragraph 26, section 56 is reproduced. And after that, on going through these rules,
para 26.
26. Rule 56 is reproduced, and after that, A, B, on going through these rules. May I read from that? Is that not founded? On going through these rules, it is apparent that the finding about broken seal would lead to the penalty as prescribed under Rule 138, as against requirement is prescribed under Rule 56, is that a consumer is expected to use all reasonable means and powers to ensure that no seal affixed to the board is broken. Rule 138 prescribes penalty for doing so and so, so and so. Thus, this is one more factor which requires consideration before a charge of theft of electricity is fastened on consumer. Now, this words, merely by stating that the seal wires are broken or the seal wires of different seals differ from each other would not be sufficient by itself to establish that theft of energy had been committed by the consumer. The onus to ensure that the seal is not broken after having taken all reasonable care is on the consumer, and failure to discharge such onus could be visited with the prescribed fine. Therefore, the scheme of the Act of 1910, read with the relevant rules, specifically provides that factum of broken seals is not equivalent to establishment of theft of energy. At best, such broken seals may be a relevant factor, but not without anything more cannot be conclusive. This is the
My lords, now that a mighty electricity company is opposed by mighty senior counsel, my lords, will give me a week's time. I will look into this and I'll also take instructions. Apologies, my lord. I would want to just, considering the amount and all, I would just like to ensure I've covered all the base.
easy.
All right. Maybe next week.
Next week. This week.
The day will again come.
Yes.
My lords, it's serial number 1 to 4, so they will definitely.
All right.
Not next Wednesday would be the day.
No, I'm not.
Please, the Lord. Yes, madam.
Okay, very good.
That's all.
Sorry. Got it.
So that was not business. That's why it's not like this.
Okay. Lodge.
Please, Your Lordship. I'm grateful. Lord.
You're number 5.
Yes.
Investigative brother.